Home Assistant's 5th release of 2025 is here, with 2025.5 arriving on May 7th. The big features this month are all about quality of life improvements, with updates to backups, text-to-speech, using the UI, and much more. I'll walk through all the big updates so you know what to expect and how your smart home may benefit. Just remember that I'm testing the beta release, so it's possible that the final release may look a bit different. If you're new here, my name is Michael Leen, and this channel is all about how tech can make you more productive, especially through home automation, with new videos every week. First up is backups, which has been a key focus on several of the releases this year. You can now set a backup retention policy per location. This can be helpful if you use multiple backup locations and you want to keep more backups in one location over another, such as a few in Google Drive and more on your local NAS. For those running the Home Assistant operating system, the update dialog now includes the option to create a backup before initiating the update for peace of mind in the event the update goes wrong. You now have the option to set your backup preferences for updates, so depending on what you want, you can have it set to backup by default prior to updating or not. Finally, on backups, if you were to restart Home Assistant while that backup was in progress, the restart will now wait for the backup to finish before proceeding. But the May release is not just about backups. It now expands the amount of text-to-speech voices, along with voice variants and styles for those who are subscribed to Home Assistant Cloud. This means you can choose among voice variants such as friendly, angry, sad, and many more, enabling you to customize your announcements to fit the right context. In an effort to make things more accessible from the UI, entity pickers will now show the device and area name to help you know exactly which entity you are viewing. Over time, this should eliminate the need to rename entities. If you weren't aware, Nabu-Casa is developing its own ZWave antenna, and this release includes improvements to the ZWave integration to get ready for it. ZWave Smart Start is now supported, meaning you can just scan a QR code on your ZWave device to automatically add it to Home Assistant. Additionally, they've added support for ZWave long-range devices directly in Home Assistant. There are a bunch of other noteworthy changes as well. Now, when you add a new device in Home Assistant, you can directly name it during the setup process. For those who use templates in their automations and scripts, you know that the entire block would fall back to YAML. Now it only falls back to a code editor for fields with an action template, so the rest of the UI remains intact, making it easier to understand the automation or script. If you have the YAML code for an automation or script, you can now paste the YAML directly into the UI editor and it will convert to UI format. Lastly, you can now see all of the devices that Home Assistant is able to automatically discover. This is a bit technical, but it gives you more transparency into what Home Assistant sees. You can find this by going to Settings, System, Network, and browsing the protocols. Those are the major changes, but there's even more that I didn't cover. I'll leave a link to the release notes in the video description so you can check it out. As always, review the list of new integrations and breaking changes to see what matters most to you. Otherwise, that's what you can expect with the Home Assistant 2025.5 release in May. Let me know in the comments which features you're most excited about, and while you're there, give this video a like and consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.